Now for more on the big fight, let's head back to Manchester and join our reporter Craig Slater.
Well, he's a technically gifted, stylish, very hard to break down type of fighter, Andreas Kotelnik. It really is an enigma to work out the exact game plan to deal with him. Freddie Roach is charged with cracking the Kotelnik code, as it were. Do you break the fight down into sections, or do you work out a strategy for the start initially?
Yeah, you know, I watched it. Initially, they sent me one tape, and then I either say yes or no, and then from that point, I get more tapes, and I study him. And you know, he does have a very good defense. He's very hard to crack. He has a passive defense, though, very straight up European style of fighter. But the thing is. You know, Kotelnik fights in straight lines, though. I mean, if you use lateral movement with him and keep him picking his feet up, he'll never be able to punch because he's always resetting his feet. And that's Amir's game. Amir's foot speed is where the advantage is, and that's where we're going to win the fight.
And in terms of the sort of routines you go through, do you target areas? I mean, obviously we talked about the body, but I mean, you're looking at, I saw you just under the guard, it was one in particular. Do you try and throw bunches of punches, you know, some of which will land in a certain area, as opposed to specific spots?
Yeah, we have definitely spots because I want Amir seeing the opening. When he breaks in, I want him seeing the opening behind the elbow. It says, you know, and when you see the opening, you know it's there, you land it perfectly, and then you get out of harm's way. See, one thing about Kotelnik, why he wins a lot of fights, he lets people wear themselves out on his gloves. That's why he starts slowly, because he wants you to punch yourself out, and then he comes on in the later rounds. But the thing is, if you land combinations and get out of the way, and he throws back, you're not going to be there. And that's how we're going to win the fight.
You very generously invited us round to see a couple of rounds of sparring on Monday. We saw all the usual great stuff from Amir. We also got hit a few times, but took all the shots pretty well. Is he sort of toughened up now? Was that a little demonstration that, yeah, you know, I can take the odd one as well?
Well, you know, I didn't like it. I don't want him getting hit, but you know, it's part of boxing. Yeah. The thing is, I think at 140 pounds, he's much more resilient. I think 135, he's draining himself, even though he made it pretty easily. But he knows how to make weight, but he's still dehydrating his body and then trying to rehydrate and not fully prepared. And at 140 pounds, he's going to have breakfast before the weigh-in. He's going to be strong. He's going to be mentally and physically a much better fighter.
That's the key, just finally. It's pretty much all in his head, isn't it?
It really is. And, you know, all these guys training themselves making weight. It's way overrated. I mean, fight at a natural weight, you're going to be much stronger and a much better fighter. And, I mean, I learned that with Pacquiao. You know, when Pacquiao has breakfast the morning of a fight, he's happy. When he doesn't, he's a miserable guy. You know, so a happy guy is going to fight better.
Great stuff, Freddie. If only Amir could have an earpiece and just have your boxing brain in the ring with him. But yeah, Freddie Roach, the man that reckons he's cracked the Kotelnik code.
Okay, thanks, Craig. Well, he won't be far away, will he? He'll be in the corner. I'm sure he'll be able to shout at him. Not long to wait now. You can see Khan against Kotelnik this Saturday night. It's on Sky Box Office and also available in high definition.